Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In today's video, we're going into the best strategy I think is going to be number one for ground after the balance changes, and it's still going to be the Root Riders with the RC charge. And the reason for this is, yes, the Electro Boots are getting nerfed, but it's not going to be too crazy where they're not going to be usable. Right now, we're going to stick with the 4 invisibilities, but after you can add in a 5th one if you feel like the damage output is not too high. King, we're going to be running the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. After, you can run the Giant Gauntlet and Rage if you don't trust this, even though the Earthquake Boots are catching a nerf. Queen, Magic Mirror, and the Healer Puppet. Warden, Eternal Tome, and Rage. You can use both books as well. I've figured out that the Rage works best for me. World Champion, Haste, and the Electro Boots. So, defensively, got hammered today. Minus 304 yesterday with plus 310 on attacks. It was brutal. I know, I don't even know what to tell you guys. Like, defensively, it's just been terrible. You can't defend right now. It's brutal. But let's go in for the first attack and see if we get some 3 stars going here. Don't worry, I will change the Warden to ground. Here's a base we do see pretty often. For my RC dive, I just want to focus in where I can get some solid pathing for your Root Riders. That's the most important thing. And then I do like to stay away from enemy heroes, but this one you really can't, because they're kind of doing some solid coverage. So if I can get my World Champion in towards the Monolith, I would actually take that. So we're just going to try going in towards that angle. World Champion is not even going to take a single shot before we need the invisibility. Down it goes. She should be able to take care of this Monolith quite easily. And then she's dealing with the enemy queen. Now I'm going to make it go invis like this. The damage should be able to take her down. Actually, we need another invis before my World Champion went down. That was embarrassing. Sucks, but it's all good. I'm going to get the next invisibility in. Spirit Fox, I was trying to survive. It's not gonna. And then I'm just going to recall my World Champion. So not the best funnel, but we can get the queen with the Siege Barracks at the opposite side. Get a couple Super Barbs around. And then I'm going to get a Super Wall Breaker and a Skeleton Spell to distract. Then we're going to go Root Riders, Valkyries, between that funnel we set. Get the healers as well, and then the loons can get our warden down. This is where the healing tome would be great, so you can heal up back your World Champion, but it doesn't really matter. I'm okay with this too. I'm going to wait for the king to take the lead, and then I'm just going to place the World Champion in a safe spot here. Queen, I sometimes like to do this, where you can get like a little bit of a rage on her, pop her ability, and then she can start cleaning everything up here. We're going to get in a free spell a little bit later on. As we deal with these ice golems, I am going to use the warden ability because it's just going to slow us down. Royal champion ability I'll use in a minute. I'm going to freeze this backside, and you know what I'm going to do? A little bit of an interesting decision, but I'm going to overgrowth that fire spitter out because it's just doing unnecessary damage to us, and I didn't just want to keep allowing that to just fire off shots. I'm going to get a rage in for the healers to keep my army boosted up. Queen is now locked onto and might get wrecked by that single target inferno, which sucks, but losing our queen is not going to be too big of a deal because I have the troops available. Once that overgrowth wears off, I'll use the king ability. World champion also has her ability. There we go. How will we pop the king ability now? Just give us access, hit all these buildings, pop the world champion ability. She should be able to snipe through here. Is she locked onto by that single target inferno? That's not good, but down goes that single, and we are going to get the job done. Lovely attack there. Have time on our side. I think Root Riders are still going to be good, so don't worry. You guys will still be getting 3 stars with the Roots. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Even with the nerf coming to some of our favorite equipment, it's all good. I will see you guys in the next attack. Okay, one change I did make is for the king. Because the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball are going to catch a nerf, I did want to show this with the Giant Gauntlet and Rage as well. Show that it works before the balance changes, and it's going to work after as well. So let's see what we can do with this next attack. Hopefully, another 3-star is coming. Okay, so we have an invisibility tower in the core. That's not too big of a deal, but diving in, again, we're just worried about pathing. You could sometimes push your World Champion in towards the Monolith, but seeing the Giga Bomb there, that's going to be some problems. So 6 o'clock would be your best point of entry, or you could choose 3 o'clock as well. Heck, you could even do 12 o'clock. It doesn't really matter. A corner compartment to set the funnel, and then the queen at the opposite side would be your best bet. So how about we go from down here, push her in, first invisibility at 2 minutes, 56 seconds. I waited just a tad extra second there. That's all good. I made the the air defense invis on purpose because I wanted her to target this multi-archer tower. Perfect. Keep the Spirit Fox safe. I don't want it to do anything silly and run out of that invisibility because I need to keep it alive. Push the World Champion up towards this air sweeper and then on towards the bomb tower. Shot got fired off from the Town Hall. That's not too big of a deal. She's going to take some damage there. That's all good. Next invisibility is going to drop down like this. Perfect. Spirit Fox, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Yes, it does. Or is it going to go down? And you know what? It's going to go down. I'm just going to recall my roll champion. Now, we lured the ice golems. We're going to let the queen and the siege barracks take care of it. Going to go like a couple super barbs there to set the funnel. And then a super wall breaker for my queen. I don't have a poison spell. That's all good. And now with that funnel we created, we're going to go our Root Riders, Valkyries, Apprentice Warden, Healers, get the King, Warden, and the Roll Champion back. And then get these 4 balloons as well. Going to get a Wizard and some Archers to start dealing with that side. Queen's doing good. I'm going to again do that same thing where I do Rage her up, pop her ability. She'll be able to clean that section and make sure our troops head in towards this core. I'm going to get a skeleton spell later. I'm going to get a rage, and then I'm going to freeze this invisibility tower before it pops. How about we use a warden ability as well? King, I'm holding off on you. I'm going to get a skeleton spell to distract the backside monolith. King ability, we probably could just use in this core to shred it completely. There we go. Open up everything, and then I'm just going to use an overgrowth on this backside ricochet cannon. No, sorry, expo compartment. I should have probably used it a little bit better. That's all good. Roll champion. I need you to stay behind, not take too much damage. Look at the king. He's going to provide us that tanking. I purposely kept up that ricochet cannon. I honestly kind of wanted to, being honest here, have that also in the overgrowth, but I kind of mismanaged it. And you know what? It's actually going to work out better for us. We have Root Riders up. The Roll Champion is still up as well. Gonna now come to here. The Valkyries, King, Roll Champion should be able to clear up the rest of this, but shows that it works with the Giant Gauntlet and Rage too. I kind of actually like it. It gives you more tanking and support in the core of the base, but you don't have the Earthquake Boots to open up the walls. But again, didn't really matter. Now we'll go back to the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball, which is my preferred, and I think it will still be the preferred after, but just because of it, mechanic works so well, but where it shows that just both versions are still very, very good. I will see you guys in the next attack. Okay, so we're switching back to the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. Reason being, I just want to give my best chance to 3-star right now, but I just did want to show the Rage and Giant Gauntlet work as well, which I've said 100 times now, but this base is back again, man. Oh my gosh, how many times do we have to teach it this lesson? But it's all good. I love to enter either in towards a monolith you can do, but again, with that Giga Bomb, it can kind of mess up your Roll Champion's pathing, so either entering in from 12 o'clock or you can do 9 o'clock as well. It works perfect the same. The reason I don't do 3 o'clock is because the heroes are there. So we're going to go like this right there at that wizard tower. Work our Roll Champion in. The first invisibility, I'm just going to delay for a second there. There we go. Spirit Fox stays safe. And then I like to pop my Roll Champion ability right now as we enter in the next set of invisibility. She actually takes a different direction than I would have liked, which is not too big of a deal. But if she can get that next invisibility, we should be good. The pathing here is a little bit wonky and not ideal. My Spirit Fox goes down. All good. If I can get this Ricochet Cannon out, that's a fair trade in my book. I'll just quickly take it out, make sure it does go down, and then recall spell. Okay, so now we have to enter in from the opposite side. I'm going to get a Valkyrie here for cleanup. Valkyrie at the top side. We're going to go Queen. Siege Barracks to walk down. Skeleton spell, because there is so much damage here. I'm going to get a Super Wall Breaker. Some Super Barbs to help us funnel. And then we're just going to go Root Riders from the top side. Valkyrie, Apprentice Warden, Healers, Balloons, everything at this point straight in towards this compartment. Queen's going to take out the enemy queen. That was awesome. I'm going to get the Roll Champion back. That Fire Spitter's doing a lot of damage. It's all good, though. I'm going to try pushing my troops in towards this core. We got to be safe, though. I'm going to go like this. Warden ability. Keep everything healthy. Invisibility tower pops. That's all good as we deal with this back section. I'm going to get an overgrowth like this to make sure we head in towards the town hall, because ideally that's what I want to make sure we get accomplished. Top side's looking fine. I'm going to get a wizard in for cleanup. King ability is going to be used in the core of the base. He should be able to just set all of that off. There we go. Invisibility tower. Everything is down. Queen is alive, but she is going to be forced to go to ability soon. It's all good, though. I'm going to use a rage on her right about now as the overgrowth wears off. There we go. Perfect. King's going to jump out in front. So even with our Roll Champion walk not going to the exact direction I would have liked, we're still going to get the job done. And we kind of smashed it. Queen's up, Root Riders are up, Valkyries, King, all still alive with so much time left in the attack. I hope you guys get the idea, especially on this base, how to destroy it, because I've destroyed it with like 7 or 8 different armies, which is just crazy to think about. But yeah, Root Riders are strong. They will be strong after the balance changes. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but obviously I will post these attack strategies again once the actual changes come into effect, which I think they will in February after CWL. That's my initial thoughts. I don't have any insight, but that would be my best guess. Okay, I'm going to make one more change. I'm going to add in the minion prince. If you feel like, you know what, I really like the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball, but now after the nerf, I don't trust it, use the minion prince. With this, the Warden has to be running the Eternal Tome and Rage. Don't be running both books. Both books works better if you have the King. With the Minion Prince, it does not work. You need the Rage. It really does help out the army. So, let's take this out and see if we can still keep this 3-star train rolling. A little bit of a weak base, but you know what? That's all good. How about we go? Royal Champion. We're going to be diving into the bottom side with the Town Hall is all loaded up with the heroes. And this time the monolith doesn't have anything by it. And we can just create a funnel with the split down the center. So let's go the Royal Champion in towards here. I'm going to use the first invisibility on the 2 mortars because they're going to go down anyway and push her in towards this monolith. Make sure that goes down because that's the most important thing. After that, we just got to make sure which direction she decides to take. And she goes over here, which is fine. We just got to keep her alive. She's going to run out and take some damage here. That's all good. It's only a second. And perfect. She's heading in towards this expo. Oh, actually, she went in towards the core of the base, which isn't terrible. But I didn't really like that because now our funnel's not properly set. And I'm going to have to recall before she takes too much damage. So our funnel's a little bit wonky. You've cleared this side, so our entry for the queen has to be the opposite side. So we're going to go queen, siege barracks, super wall breaker, get a skeleton spell out to distract, super barbs to set a funnel for the queen, and then we're just going to get the root riders, Valkyries, apprentice warden, healers, balloons out front, get the warden in ground, then the minion prince, and we should be good to go. I will rage my queen. Let's send in the royal champion as well. And we're going to, again, just pop her ability. I really like to do this. I get lots of value out of it. We're going to use the Warden ability because my Minion Prince is running out and ahead. But right now, we're just going to use the ability, Frost everything. Look at the value we got in the core of the base with that Frost. I'm going to get a Wizard out here for cleaning. This Overgrowth we can use on the backside Rage Tower once it becomes active. So stay tuned. Watch this. It's active. And then I'm just going to Overgrowth out all of that damage that we don't have to worry about. Look at the Minion Prince. It's been running such a weird direction. But it's still not going to matter because we have the Phoenix ability of it. It's going to take down the enemy Royal Champion, and it's still alive. So even if you hit a Seeking Air Mine, it's not the biggest deal because you have the 8.5 seconds from the Phoenix like you do right now. Royal Champion ability still left to be used, which I'm actually going to use right now. Freeze the Ricochet Cannon and pop her ability, and she should be able to just shred through this. Oh my gosh. Couldn't even get a sentence out there. What was I doing? But there goes the Royal Champion. Take out the Expo. Take out the Wizard Tower. Down the base goes. Yes, it's a little bit on the weaker side, but that's 4 Legends League attacks. I want to also bring this out in War and show that it works there too. So the next attack will be a War attack and probably the last attack of the video. And we went so far 4 for 4. I already know I'm going to go 4 for 4 anyway on the last remaining attacks, but I think War will be a good example to show some attacks off. Okay, the base I've decided to take is the top one just because it's the most maxed out and it's also an invisibility tower base I know a lot of people struggle on. And the reason for the war attack, Legends League, you can't really explain the strategy too well, but in a war attack I can just break down the prep and then we can go and show off if our planning did what we wanted it to do. So for a base like this, pick your entry point. Let's talk this through. Minion Prince, King at the top side, automatic no. I don't want to deal with that with my Royal Champion. Got the RC over here. That's okay, though. So we could choose this bottom side. Your Royal Champion might go at this Wizard Tower, jump around here. That could be a decent funnel. Same sort of thing at the 3 o'clock side. Also, 12 o'clock is open, but the Queen comes into contact early. It's kind of the same thing at 9 o'clock. So choosing in between the bottom direction, either at 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock, would be your best bet because you're away from the Queen and RC for quite a while. If I can get my Royal Champion to set off this invisibility tower, that would be perfect. So that makes me choose this 6 o'clock direction for a base like this. After that, once you set that funnel, you're going to see, is your queen better set off at 9 o'clock or is that 3 o'clock? That all just depends on the pathing of that certain base. So for right now, I can have the plan that it's either 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock. But when it actually comes to during the attack, it depends which direction the Royal Champion takes, and then you can decide. So don't panic there. And then between the 2 funnels you've created, you just get your Root Riders in behind, and that will be good night for the base. I'm bringing in the King. I like him more for me, But for you guys, like I showed, the Mini Apprentice also works well to just frost. His Dark Orb ability is sick. But let's head in for this attack. We're going to get our Royal Champion in at the Wizard Tower and then push him in towards that air defense. I'm going to delay his invis for right now because she's not taking too much damage. And you know what? We might just eat this damage and save this invisibility. Even though she took a lot of it, we're all good. First invisibility is down. She's going in towards the monolith direction. So this already has been a little bit different than what we expected. I'm going to run in towards these super minions. Next invisibility is down. We got to save her though because she's going to be under some serious fire. Next, oh, she's actually running in a really completely weird direction than I anticipated. Get this next invisibility in. Now we have to be safe. I'm not going to rely on the Spirit Box to take anything out because I know she's going to go down and I kind of got to save her here. Set off that invisibility tower. Look, we got that job done. Now we're going to go Queen and Siege Barracks at the opposite side because I like this funnel a little bit better. We're going to get a Valkyrie to send them at the top side. Root Riders, Valks, Apprentice Ward, King, Warden, Healers. Get the balloons and then we're going to get some Super Barbs to set a funnel. Same thing at the top side. Super Wall Breaker for the Queen. Skeleton spell out to distract. Royal Champion back in the fray. We're going to get a Rage for these healers. Everything's looking so far so good. We can use a Warden ability if we need early on rather than later because my King Queen decided to take a different direction. But right now would be perfect. There we go. Overgrowth I can use. You know what? I'm just going to delay for right now. I don't really need it. This freeze on this Inferno Tower because I didn't know where it was pointing and I got a little bit worried. And I'm just going to overgrowth out this backside Ricochet Cannon. King ability right now to open up the rest of the base. Something, take out that single target Inferno, please. Queen ability to pop. Royal Champion working her way through that Queen. Down she goes. We're going to get a Wizard at the top side with some archers. Army's looking strong. I'm really scared that single target Inferno didn't go down, which is always bad. But if these Root Riders can run out in front of my Royal Champion, that would be great. But that's not going to be the case. I'm going to have to pop the Royal Champion ability, and we're not even going to get the best benefit out of it. But it's all good. The Queens are going to clean up that Ricochet Cannon. King's going to be on the outside. With the Root Riders, we should be able to break through all of these walls. My original Queen is still alive, so we're going to get that additional damage. It sucked losing the Royal Champion and not really getting the value out of her ability, but even with the crew watching, all those spectators, shout out to them, we got the 3-star done. Single target Inferno is literally one hit away, and the Root Rider should finish it off. Time, a little bit scary, but only 2 buildings left, and that's still 25 seconds left in the attack, so that's another 3-star. We have a rule in war where you can't attack after the next 12 hours, or I would have done another war attack as well for you guys, but I think the 4 Legends hits and the war attack should get enough of an idea, and I hope I did a good job breaking everything down there. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. The 21,000 subscriber giveaway is live. We still have 48 hours left to enter. All you got to do is be subscribed, like this video, drop 1 comment to get 1 entry. That's it. If you entered on any of the 3 videos yesterday, you don't have to enter again. Thank you so much for watching. All the rules are in the pinned comment and the description of the video. I will catch you guys in the next upload. Peace out.